Okay. I can see lots of questions here, how not to correct mistakes and why. We shouldn't pay too much attention to correcting mistakes because students will definitely make mistakes, lots of them. And we can correct mistakes in terms of target language, but to do it as mild as possible. I think I'll give a separate session on how to correct mistakes properly, but we need to understand that, well, for example, if you're talking to a person and person is constantly correcting any mistake you are doing, this is demotivating and you cannot concentrate on communication itself, on the topic of communication. You concentrate on mistakes. And, this fear of making a mistake for students is huge. And if we are talking about natural acquisition of the language, just if you have children, you know that they start with saying different words, and not all of them are correct at once, right? And parents are usually happy that a child says a word, not unhappy because a child says a word wrong. So they will make mistakes. Your point is to encourage them to speak English and their mistakes, but not to correct mistakes before you speak English. That's my point here. So, and the last statement, the activity is interesting and fun to do. So it has clear, achievable goal. That's something we said, and it has opportunities for students to express their own ideas, opinions, tastes, and experiences. This is what is really responding to new Ukrainian school, where students need to have ability to express themselves first of all, and the task should be like that. And challenge, as I said, shouldn't be about the language, but it should be game-like challenges. For example, you can see here this picture, I think I've shown it before. This picture, there are children, and the target language is here. It's a ruler. It's a ruler, yes it is. Is it a pencil case? Yes it is, or no, it's not. So, challenge here is not about the language. Challenge here is about their eyes closed, and they have to guess the object. And it's fun because it makes sense. These questions, is it a ruler, make sense because they're closed and the child cannot see what's that. Yes, if they were holding a ruler, eyes open, and ask each other, is it a ruler? Yeah, it is. That would be strange. So, game-like challenges make all the language more meaningful for the situation. About teaching communication, according to Caroline Nixon and Michael Tomlinson, authors of Kids Box, they say that there are two main strategies. The first one is speech therapy, which means phonics practice for more accurate pronunciation, and talk therapy, strategies for developing oral discourse and dialogue. And of course, there should be interaction and effective communication. Interaction in the meaning of not only verbal but also non-verbal communication. And here we can see two activities. First is a chant, because this is presentation of new vocabulary, and the second one is song. Which one is talk therapy and which one is speech therapy? What do you think? And this, is it talk or speech therapy? Speech. Right. So here students are learning, they're just doing these words. And on the second one, there is also speech therapy a little bit, talk therapy, but therapy, um, chant, or and here this sound is really short. I will put one for you. Okay, I think yes. And throughout this chant, I hope you heard it. Throughout the whole chant, there could be lots of TPR activities, like total physical response of physical um, total physical response during the song, and there could be visual activities, like even in this one point when you hear this word can work here. So sounds are really good, and there. Okay, I need to come back to the presentation. Yes. We can also work with structures, and such chants are very simple ones, but really helpful. Like, do you like football? Yes, I do. And we go twice. Do you like football? Yes, I do. Kate likes football. Anna likes football. I like football too. When you give it a rhythm, and if you use some claps or clicks, like, do you like football? Yes, I do. Do you like football? Yes, I do. And it will be much easier for students to remember such chants because there is the rhythm, and they are really um, really responding all the songs, and they have this really huge need of getting their musical intelligence, and they are open for this. So if we use such things, they can use it later for real communication. Yes, they learned a chunk of language. Do you like football? Then they use it for, do you like chocolate? They use it, do you like reading? Do you like apples? And so on and so far. And if if you can hear it, I will type one more answer, but we're really short of time. Uh, Once again, I will check sound in my situation. Everything works perfectly, so I will not stop at this moment anymore. Um, we're on. So, this chance are helpful because they are also real life chants. And in future, they will remember, aha, so do you like football? They will not miss these auxiliary verbs, for example, or it will be easy for them to repeat them. I understood your question about lesson plans and how to use everything. I will do it. Okay, that will be next webinar. Okay, let's move on. Um, Now, we teach communication at early age. Kids are receptive, kids are good imitators, and kids are self-conscious about sounding weird. So if you have a huge classroom of adults and you would ask them to clap and say, do you like football? Yes, I do. If they're adults, they won't be really happy about this. And kids are happy about doing choral activities and having fun. So it's much easier for you to teach them correct pronunciation from the very beginning. And they really like to imitate adults. So they are blank in this case. So what you give them, they will receive it and be happy with this. So what problems they might have? First of all, this is language one interference, pronunciation, and vocabulary structure. They might have problems with, for example, sound and which is one letter for the same sound. Yeah, and they might have different problems because these are false friends. For example, we have and in English this is usually so this is why we need to teach them phonics very well. I will later tell you what's that. And they might have problems with motivation, and we were talking about motivation. Once the goal is achievable and they know they have success and they know they will be pushed for their mistakes, they are motivated. And confidence, confident and that no one will punish them for speaking because this is what we need. And classroom language is really helpful at stage of communication. You can have different posters with pictures saying, "Can you repeat that, please?" And a situation of repeating something, on a poster, and they will remember this phrase. So once they misheard something, you show them this poster with the "Can you repeat that, please?" Then, "Can you pass me a pencil, please?" Again, there can be a poster, and you can even chant this like, "Can you repeat that, please?" You chant it several times throughout several lessons. They will remember this and use it in future when they really need it for a communicative situation. Whose turn is it? It's my turn. Bless you, thank you. All these little things, classroom language or situational language, learned by heart, is really helpful at creating English speaking atmosphere at your lessons. So they don't use language one for real situation, they use English for real life out of lesson speaking, and they use English for learning as well. This is what we're aiming to do from the very beginning, teach them these things one for classroom language throughout the whole year. And if you hang posters, they will remember it much better. Another thing is roll call. Once I did it at a classroom management webinar, and this is the idea of Olga Matthews, one of my favorite teachers ever. You do this register thing, yeah? Petrov here, Ivanov here, and here we have present, yeah? How to change it? It will, you can personalize it, and it will take you the same amount of time, but according to the level, you can ask your students, name 3 animals. Instead of saying, "Are you here, Dima?" "Yes, I'm here." You can ask, "Name 3 animals," and he goes with 3 animals. For less advanced students, "Give me a number," or "Give me a color," or "What's your dog's name?" or "What's your sister's name?" and so on and so forth. You can come up with these questions on the spot and do that from time to time. And this really personalization again, and it's a little bit challenging, and it's a game, and it gives the students a warm up. Yeah, you can use it instead of a warm up or for a warm up. So this is about roll call. into the English-speaking atmosphere. Things about speech therapy, which is phonics. In points, there are lots of there are always sections with phonics after each story in each unit. For example, here we have a fat rat in a black bag. Let's listen to how it's done. I'll show you how it's done. Oh, I'm sorry. Here. Uh-huh. So this is how phonics are done well, with the pronunciation in audio. And okay, what can we do? To learn this sentence, we can go with the full sentence at once. For example, we can take away words and ask them to say it with the words. Here we have rat in a black bag. Then we can project this, and they have to repeat, and this, and they have to repeat. Or we use backchain drill. So with class, we have a fat rat in a black bag. And here we go. And then we'll bag. And then we go disappearing poem. But it's appearing poem because it's backchain drill. So we start from the back until we go to the very beginning, and it saves us from repeating one and the same sentence all the time. Okay, also, it's about clapping and musical intelligence. Moving to talk therapy, I will be really fast because last 15 minutes we've got for the best activities somehow. The game What's My Bag? There is such game in Quick Minds. For example, here we have a bag full of different objects, and they have to guess only by touching, not inside but outside. Like, what's this? This is something. Or we can develop this activity to bring our own bag and asking students, what's in my bag? And they say, bag. No, there isn't a pen in my bag. Okay, and they say something else. Until they guess all the objects. And you have only 7 objects, and they have to come up with all of them. And it's really interesting to put something unexpected in your bag, like a toy of a cat or a toy of a spider, and surprise students. Then they can, sweet. And what's also good here, if you use Realia, you can give these objects to students who guessed the object, and of course, later they will have to give it back to you. To work with the flashcards, if you use flashcards, that's really great. And you can go rubber, a pen, a pencil, a bag, a book, a desk, a ruler, a notebook, a pencil case. And you can ask them to show me a bag and run and point, and show me a book, show me a notebook. After that, they will name all the objects, but in this case, so you have a rubber, water. I have to remember what was there. Yes, and a pen. So a pen, a pencil, a bag, and they repeat the whole line. Then you take away one more object, and they have to repeat all in the same line. Then take away one more object, object, one more object, until you have, for example, three objects, and they have to name all these objects. What is great to do in this activity, you can put students for objects. You can put students with real objects, yeah, and let them disappear somehow, just turn around. Or you can give them flashcards and they have to stand with flashcards, and the rest of the class is naming them. And then when they turn around, you, they have to name the whole line of students with the objects, and it will be much funnier. You can mix the line, like mix places, swap places, all the objects. It's really good with students. When you give your students flashcards, you just ask them to swap places, and they hide their flashcards, and the rest of the class has to name the object which the students had. Yeah, and you put them in a different row, and others have to name. Then, if you or they are so advanced in this action, you can take away all the flashcards from the students, and they have to name students according to the flashcard they used to have before. And you give these flashcards to those students who guessed it, and then they swap places, those who guessed, and the flashcards come to the classroom. Those who were guessed sit down and guess with the rest of the team. So lots of activities with flashcards you can come up with. Another one is guess the picture. This is a simple one. You put some flashcard on the board behind the student. The student is standing in front of the board, and the rest is explaining with gestures, with it's red or it's big, whatever. You can explain. Students should explain, and the students standing here should guess. And you can work in teams. Like one from each team, the student is standing and guessing, the rest are explaining. It's really good with gestures because it's for this topic it's easy to a pen or a book, yeah, because they know activities with these objects. Or with animals, it will also work really good. For more advanced situations, you can ask the student standing at the board, is it an animal? And they have to say yes or no. Yeah, in this case, students are only allowed to say yes or no. And I will move on with this activity. Don't say yes or no. This is another activity to make them say full sentences. Somebody was asking about full sentences and full questions. So in this activity, you give them cards or just pictures or even real objects. And if they said, is it a rubber? Yeah, if it's a picture, yeah. Is it a rubber? And the student says, no, it's not. Wrong. They have to say it's not a rubber or it's not a pencil, and they have to say the full sentence. And for this, you just ask them not to say yes, no. If they did, give away the picture and how it works. Another one for more creative situations, you can use Doodle. Doodle is something you draw which doesn't make sense. For example, here, do A. What's that? What can it be? Can you type any answer? Can it be? Number 8. So, number 8. 8 was a close. Ooh, nice. What else? Great smoke. 8 again. 1, a house. without A. Yeah. Them girls. Ooh, I love that. A bag. Cool. Oh, butter. Oh, so cool. So you are adults, and it's fun for you to guess what's this. As the one who started the activity, butters and ribbons, donuts. Oh, it's C, I guess. Yes. Oh, cool. I love that idea. Two birds kissing. So I choose the idea which I like the most. And for example, two birds kissing is my favorite idea. And I ask that Svetlana to come up to the whiteboard and draw her own doodle. And she draws her doodle, and all other kids are trying to guess what's that. And she chooses the most creative answer for her and chooses the student to come up and draw their own doodle. So you can make like five doodles that would do for one lesson and continue doodles some other lesson if they behave well, of course. And this is a very nice and fun activity. So this is about how to make them be creative and contribute in with their own creative ideas and their own taste. Another one is picture dictation. You can put students in pairs with a tree. You draw a tree on a worksheet and tell each other sentences. For example, there is a dog under the tree. Yeah. Another student says there's an apple on a tree. A student put an apple on a tree, and they have to draw it really fast. But it's quite a long activity, but still they need to say something, and they have to be fast. If you give them time limit, especially if you have sand clock, that will work really great. There is a back and front of the dog. There are books on the dog, and there is Shakespeare under the tree and the spider on Shakespeare and so on. They can go as creative as possible with this thing. Then pass it around. Another activity, for example, you give them a picture of these two lines, and they have to come up with that. One person would draw above the road. Another person would draw lines to make sure it is a road. Another will draw a tree. Another will go with an apple on a tree. Then it's not a cloud, but a tree, one more tree, and so on. So this is a great activity. They have to be very fast. But what about this activity? You have to tell them from the very beginning that they are allowed to draw only if it's noisy. If they are commenting on what they are drawing. Once you hear silence from any group, you take away the paper and they cannot, and the activity is finished. So they will do everything to communicate. Another great idea is getting the list. Here I have blue, green, white, brown, pink, gold. And they can go in a team or a group of four or a group of three. You have a list of colors. One student has to guess, has to explain these colors. He can show on those in the classroom, but he's not allowed to speak. All the rest should guess the color. So it's really good for the stage of the colors. It's not about real communication, but it's about creating the concept of a word in their minds. And it's similar to a guessing game as well. Personalization, make sure you personalize activity. For example, in Quick Minds, there is a resource worksheet, and here you can use it for two students. If you photocopy this, two worksheets for one student, one will go for one student, and he would put it for himself. I like spiders, I like dogs, I like cats, I don't like lizards, and so on. And he has to ask another student, do you like another student, and then tell about another student to other students. This is what noisy and mingling activity, but again, this is a survey, which, yeah, information exchange. Yeah, that's true. So this is a survey they make to share information about each other. And another thing I wanted to show you, so please don't go away a little bit. This video, okay? And it is here on our Quick Minds website, quickmindsapps.es. Here you can find the video, okay, for Unit 1, or for Quick Minds 1. You can, okay, connecting still. Here it is. Words. Right, there are only 3 things, but it's really great you don't have to mute anything on your own. So we have 2 versions, 3 versions. The first one. All the language from the song in Unit 1. And then we have video okay version A. Video okay B is the same, but vice versa with kids. So here they can, you can ask them to repeat this, and they might use it for real communication in the future. And so, it's all about creativity, critical thinking, and problem solving. Digital literacy, as I just showed you the video here, there are also lots of games and songs and animated stories. It's about learning how to learn, and communication is provided in each unit, in each section. There are communicative tasks like these ones, with games and game-like challenges. Also, there are pages with Ukrainian component, all the activities, lots of collaborative activities. Here they are, and even songs are all about collaboration because they are sung in a chorus, and they can be done with different movements, which you can find in teacher's book. There are lots of board games for reviews, and Quick Minds is about development, emotional intelligence, because there are lots of activities which are intrapersonal, and after that interpersonal, so they can concentrate on their own work and then share this input with their partners. And so they can hear relevant real language, real English, which is not just British English, but also Bill English. And it's all about social responsibilities and moral values taught through the stories. So, Quick Minds is a book which works with the whole child approach, with social awareness, creative, critical thinking, responsible student, of course. So, Minds was piloted during the whole year together with British Council, Cambridge University Press, and Cambridge Assessment English. Lots of schools took part in this project. More than 100 schools, more than 5,000 teachers. There were lots of stages, like training, face-to-face training events with British Council and Cambridge University Press and Cambridge Assessment English, online training, and our wonderful provided 40 years by teachers and you still have a chance to get quick minds for your school for free if you vote for it. To get this book, you can visit our Facebook page and find information there. Or these are my contact details. If you are interested in something, you can you can call me. And uh, at the website, you can also find information about how to get quick lines for free and how to vote, because the third stage of voting is still in progress. And now I think I'll spend a few answering questions. I'll try to have a good summer. Certificates on my own. You need to fill out the form, and certificates will be sent. At this time, I will change these procedures so you will get them not earlier than in a week, but they will be sent from InfoLinguist UA, from the email, which should reach all of you. I hope no problems this time with certificates.